Yo, we are live. My name is Ken Billions. If you don't know, this is Corn Gang Ministries. What up? Come through, say what's up to your boy. If you can see me, press 1. And if you can hear me, press 2. If you can see me, press 1. And if you can hear me, press 2. I got a fire conversation today. You know what we do here. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the real. If you can see me, press 1. And if you can hear me, press 2. We make this post and then we could get into it. Put this right in the chat. All right. How you guys doing? What's up with you? My topic today is money answers all things. Very, very, very touchy topic. You know, I know that's something that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but we're going to talk about it because it does. I'm going to make the case that money answers all things, and you can make a counter argument. All right. So if you can see me, press 1, and if you can hear me, press 2. Happy New Year, everybody. Let me look in the chat to see who we got out here. What's happening? Plus size model Rain. What's going on, love? Polymath. What's up with it? All right. Who we got out here? Eliama. What's up with it? What's happening? I think I said what's up to you. If I haven't, what's good? Let me see. Oshun, what it do? How are you, love? What's going on, everybody? Oh, the homie. Nico on the check-in. Nico, this is a conversation right up your alley. You should love this. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check out Nico on the book. Today's conversation is money answers all things. Before I get into the meat and potatoes, you already know my spiel. This is Coin Gang Ministries, a heaven on earth ministries where we don't die to go to heaven. We want it right now. We want it in our marriages, in our health, in our finances, in our fellowship. We want heaven now. So we want to do away with the old model that we were conditioned that, you know what, there's a better life than this. It don't get no better than this. So turn up now. Not now, but right now. And over here, we invest in the number one business in the world. I'm not talking about Bitcoin or Nike or Amazon. The number one business to invest in is the accountability business. Because when you invest in the accountability business, you get the most return on investment. So I'm going to need a favor from y'all. I want to keep the likes up. All right. I say something you agree with, go ahead and smash the like button. Also, share. All right. Let's get into it though. How many of you out there believe that money is the root of evil? If you believe that money is the root of evil, press 1. Be honest. No shade. No one's going to say anything to you. I just want to know who's out there. And while you're pressing 1, I'm going to tell you what we're talking about today. We're going to talk about grace and favor, one of my favorite topics. We're going to talk about cultural values and the power of competition. We're going to talk about the anti-man. And if you rock with me, you'll find out who the anti-man is. And then we're going to finish it up with the one true God, generator, operator, destroyer. You should stick around for that. It's going to heat up a little bit. But if you believe that money is the root of evil, the love of money is the root of evil, press 1 because I'm curious. And while you're doing that, if you haven't got your copy of Dealings Over Feelings, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It don't get no better than moving objectively and having a fire perspective to turn no's into yes. And the best way to do that is Go ahead and cop that Dealings Over Feelings. It comes right to your phone where you hang out the most. On Facebook, the link is posted, pinned, and on YouTube, it is pinned. Now, a lot of people didn't answer the question because you might be fearful. But I already understand that the majority of us come from a money phobia. We have been taught an upside down worldview of money. We are a feelings people. If you notice, people tell you how they feel. I feel like. People don't say what they think, though. They say how they feel. And this is a feelings culture. You know, when you don't have a long reading history collectively, you can't tap into your imagination. So you're forced always to use your emotions. This is why when you go to the church, the choir is incredible. Praise and worship dancing. Amazing. We do some of the most incredible things with our emotions, the way we express ourselves. That's not intellect, that's feelings. Unfortunately, the Kabbalion does not tell us that the universe is emotional. It doesn't say that feelings matter. It says all is mental, not some things. It says all is mental. That doesn't mean 25%. That doesn't mean 40%, 50%. No, it says all is mental. All right. So is the love of money the root of evil? Is it? Let's find out. I know this is a gruesome image of a man, but this guy has did some interesting things. Does anybody in the chat know who this ghoul is? Because we were taught that the love of money is the root of evil. Many of you believe that if you love money, you're going to do evil things. Well, let's find out. Anybody know who this gentleman is? This is a straight goblin of a man. Anybody? Well, to my Pan-African people, this your peoples right here. He's from South Africa. His name is Jake McGow. You know what he did? He killed 16 people, 19 rapes, and 9 kidnappings. None of that was about no money. You believe that the love of money is the root of evil. Really? This gentleman right here killed 16 people, raped 19 people, and kidnapped 9 people. And it wasn't for money. Now, is that behavior evil? Yes or no? Oh, that was a question. Is that evil? Yes or no? Because you told me that the love of money is the root of evil. But this man killed 16 people, raped 19 people, kidnapped 9 people, and it was not for money. Oh, okay. I'm just asking, are you sure that the love of money is the root of evil? In fact, how do you know the person that came up with the ideal that the love of money was the root of evil wasn't a person hating on rich people? Who the hell said that the love of money is the root of evil? Was it a person with money or was it a person without money? That's important. Okay. Are you sure that the love of money is the root of evil? Okay. I'm just asking. anybody know this guy? Does anybody know who this man is? Don't worry, I'll help you. Try to say this name 10 times. His name is Francisco das Chagas Rodrigues de Brito. He's from Brazil. He's charged with killing 30 children, sexually assaulting them, and mutilating them. And guess what? It was not for money. Okay, I'm confused. Because where I'm from, and them old people, they taught me to have a money phobia. They taught me that money was the love of money was the root of evil. The love of it really was the root of evil. Okay, but Mr. Francisco das Chagas Rodrigues de Brito from Brazil is charged with killing 30 children, sexually assaulting them and mutilating them. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? He did not love money. Interesting. Because I see people that love money doing philanthropy. Interesting. Charities. Giving out turkeys. They don't do this shit right here. So are you sure that the love of money is the root of evil? Are you sure? You can change your position right now. I promise I won't tell nobody. Go ahead now. If you knew better, you do better. I understand. You was raised in an environment that raised you upside down, that taught you to have a phobia when it comes to success. You don't believe that you can win. And you project that belief on other people. You want others to be humble. What does that even mean? And who is it for? What is the purpose of being humble? Is that for other people or is that for myself? No, that is for you because you need that. You need someone with brown skin to walk with their head down because you will never, ever tell no Caucasian person to be humble. You wouldn't fix your lips to say something like that. You would never tell Jeff Bezos, sir, you need to be humble. You would never tell Warren Buffett to be humble. You would never tell Tillman Fertitta to be humble. Or Charles Munger. You would never tell them to be humble. You would never tell Susie Orman to be humble. You wouldn't. But you'll tell me to be humble. Why? Because deep down inside of your subconscious mind, you don't believe that a person that looks like me should count up bands, should count up racks, should get guap, fetty, moolah, dinero, currency, bread. Who said money is the root of evil? Only a person without it that can't get it would be like, you know what? Money is the love of money is the root of evil. But guess what? I'm from the hood. And there was some evil shit that was going on there. And I would argue the lack of money, having no money, is the root of evil. Huh. Who is this garbage-looking man right here? Who is this gentleman? This is another person that disproves what we were taught. This is another individual that disproves the notion that the love of money is the root of evil. You may have heard of this individual that is famous for gruesome behavior. His name is John Wayne Gacy. He killed 33 young men and boys. And guess what, y'all? It wasn't about no money. How about being a fucking weirdo is the root of evil? Because I can keep going down the list of people doing some very, very interesting behavior. And guess what? It ain't for no paper. You know what I do for money? I work hard. That's what I do for money. That's what you do. You just work. How is the love of money the root of evil? But when I comb this planet, the most evilest behavior ain't about paper. How is domestic violence about money? How is a man bashing a woman's head in about money? How is a person molesting children? How is that about money? Is that evil behavior or not? I remember Amadou Diallo got sodomized. That wasn't for money. The cop had his knee on George Floyd's neck. What's that about money? Interesting. Oh, just one more weirdo. Does anybody know this interesting gentleman with a exotic appetite? Anybody? Make sure you like and share the video, because I need people on your timeline to pay you this year. If you're in business, I need you to prime and condition the people that know you to start paying you for your products and your services. Because this year, you want to focus on turning a cold market into a hot market. And the best way you do that is every day be about your rations. Every single day. Not sometimes, every day. This is Jeffrey Dahmer. He eats niggas. He puts their body in the fridge and he eats them. And guess what? It wasn't about no money. This is Mr. Jeffrey Dahmer. It was not about no money. If you go down that serial killers list, these people are all over the world, y'all. They ain't trying to get no paper. Hey, real talk? Men do more evil things for pussy than they do money. A man will talk behind his brother's back over a woman. A man will shoot another man in the face over a woman. When you look at all the things cracking in the street, that ain't about no money. That's about personality. That's about who looked at who wrong. That's about he said, she said. It's not about no coins. So I ask y'all, again, is the love of money the root of evil? Do you still believe that the love of money is the root of evil? This whole year, I'm going to shake the money phobia off of you. I'm going to shake the phobia of success off of you. So you know how to receive money, but you also know how to give it. Y'all go to people videos all the time and y'all never pay them because you have a thing where you like, man, I ain't gonna pay you because you don't understand value, because you don't think that somebody with this skin tone ain't supposed to be paid. And let me tell you something, I ain't asked for this damn skin. I was just born. Now here I am. Why I can't get no mugger, but Sam Walton can? If I got value and the presentation is right and you got money in your pocket, why the fuck is you not paying me? Why ain't you paying her? Because in your mind, in your Negro self-destruction chip, you can't fathom somebody with brown skin making money. That's a money phobia. That is a money phobia. But we're going to change that this year for you and yours. So when you go into 2022, you're not going to have that phobia. And you're not going to be scared of what you actually need. Imagine saying oxygen is evil. Water is evil. Haven't you seen a typhoon drown cities? Is water evil? Haven't you seen the civil rights videos where hoses are being aimed at men, women, and children? Is water evil? The wind will blow your entire house down. Is the wind evil? You ever heard of something called a solar flare? Is the sun evil? You plant a garden. The earth is important, right? But there's a thing called earthquakes. And earthquakes ruin entire civilizations. Is the earth evil, y'all? Is it? But money, the love of money is the root of evil. But I love water. And every year, a wave comes and wipes people away. What do? Not drink water anymore? Don't be ridiculous. Oh, it's going to be one of them classic joints. Before I move forward, I need 10 people to go ahead and put 10 in the Cash App. I call those people 10 toes 10. You see how I put them T's together? That's fire. That's creative, right? 10 toes 10. 10 people in there. Go ahead and put 10 in the Cash App. If you can't do 10, then you do half of that. If you can't do half of that, then you do half of that. It'll come back to you. So I appreciate you for doing that already. So 10 toes 10, 10 people put 10 in the Cash App. I appreciate you in advance. They'll tell you that money is the root of evil, the love of it, but somehow they skip over this. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry. I know it make me merry, but money answers all things. Hey, it does not say masculinity answers all things. It does not say femininity answers all things. It don't even say love answers all things. It says money answers all things. You don't need masculinity in the world. You can still eat food, but you can't do it without money. You don't need femininity. You need money. All that extra shit is icing on the cake. And that's a conversation that you have when you're up. How the hell are broke people talking about masculinity and femininity? Do you niggas mean estrogen and testosterone? What hormone produces femininity? What hormone what produces masculinity? What produces that? Where does it come from? Stupid talk. Get you some money. You get you some money, you could be a damn antelope for all I care. Get you some money. The way that y'all talk about these things, I'm like, damn, y'all must make millions of dollars because you got a lot of time on your hands. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh you merry. But money answers all things. No. Femininity answers all things. No. Masculinity answers all things. No. Nationalism answers all things. No. Man, listen. Money answers all things. You need money to be buried, money to have children, money for water, money for food, money for clothes, money for transportation, money for travel, money, man. Femininity ain't paying no goddamn mortgage. You can't go nowhere in no supermarket and be like, hey, bro, I don't got no money, but I'm gonna pay with this with my masculinity. You people are crazy. Money answers all things. Money does. I get it though. When you come from a poor background, you're like, No, that doesn't matter. I'm gonna talk about this. Huh? I see that question. No, sir, I'm not a millionaire, but I'm on my damn way in 2 years. But I don't talk stupid. We live in America, and I get to hang around immigrants. They don't talk like us. They have a different sense of urgency. They don't got time for that. What? Huh? Man, people working 15, 16, 17-hour days. Last time I was in Mexico, the kids was outside hustling. Everybody working. But when you come to America, the poor people in America clowning and talking dumb. How are you raised and conditioned and live in the world that has in the country with the most things, but your conversation is the most small? Come on, fam. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry. But money answereth all things. Now, you don't have to believe me, but when you are in a jam, you're going to ask people for money. Your big mama died, and she don't have her things together. You're going to need help with money. Your child gets sick. You're going to need money. I'm not the enemy. I'm a friend. Because a friend is going to point your eyes in the direction they need to be in. An enemy is going to talk to you and try to entertain you with stupid shit. So money answers all things. Money. That's something I want to show y'all though. It's video time. Y'all good? Y'all with me? Check. Press 1 in the chat if you with me. I mean no harm. Don't worry about my tone, my delivery. Don't worry about that. But I want to show y'all something. And here's one of the reasons why I believe that your money is being affected. I could be wrong, but this is what I believe. I'm going to show y'all something. All right. This is from a wise man, an economist that I follow. The gentleman's name is Thomas Sowell. Some of you may know him, some of you may not. And if you don't, here's your intro. All right. So what I want to talk, what he's going to talk about right now is the effects of welfare. And I believe welfare is one of the reasons why we have the approach to money that we have. But I'll let him talk. If you can't hear, let me know.
Christoph, columnist for the New York Times, got under your skin, and not for the first time. Readers of your column will know. New York Times writer Nicholas Christoph, I'm quoting you, asserts that there is overwhelming, you're quoting him, overwhelming evidence that centuries of racial subjugation still shape inequity in the 21st century, quote, closing quote, and he mentions, open quote, the lingering effects of slavery, close quote. And now this is Tom Sowell. If we wanted to be serious about evidence, we might compare where blacks stood 100 years after the end of slavery with where they stood after 30 years of the liberal welfare state.
Yes.
Explain that.
Well, in 1960, which would be almost 100 years after the end of slavery,
Right.
22% of black kids grew up in homes with only one parent.
Just 22%.
Yes.
4 out of 5 were in homes with both parents.
Yes. 30 years later, after the liberal welfare state, that number had more than tripled. And so I say, well, let us compare, if we can speculate on how much that 22% was due to the legacy of slavery. But we know that that tripling was not due to the legacy of slavery. It was due to the legacy of a whole different set of policies. And you can look at it so many other ways. Education. Stuyvesant High School in New York, as you know, you get into only by passing a very tough exam. In 2012, the percentage of black students who had gotten into Stuyvesant High School was less than 1/10 of the percentage of black students who had gotten into Stuyvesant High School 33 years earlier.
I didn't know that.
Dunbar High School in Washington, which was an elite black high school for a very long time. In 1993, the number of kids out of Dunbar High School who went on to college was less than it was 60 years earlier, which would have been in the depth of the Great Depression. And so you can run through a whole bunch of other things like that. Look at the housing projects. The housing projects in the first half of the 20th century, during that first 100 years after slavery, did not have the high crime rates, the murder rates, the graffiti, all the rest of it that we saw. None of that was there. People like the New York Times, Christoph should read his own old papers, pointed out that on Saturday mornings, it was common in the housing project of this earlier era for parents to leave their doors unlocked, because some of the parents could afford television, some couldn't. So the ones who had television would leave their doors unlocked, and the kids from other families could come down there and watch television with them. Well, now the latest figures show that most people below the poverty line have 2 television sets and cable, but they wouldn't dare leave their doors unlocked in a public housing project.
I'm quoting that column again. Liberals have wreaked more havoc on blacks than the supposed legacy of slavery they talk about.
Yeah.
You don't mean that hyperbolically.
No, I do not.
You mean it.
Yeah. Another thing, crime and violence. Now we take it for granted that there's tremendous levels of crime and violence in the black community. That was not always the case. In the 20s, it was very common for white celebrities, including George Gershwin and William Faulkner, to go up to Harlem not only for entertainment places, but to go into private homes of people they knew. And Gershwin played Rhapsody in Blue and this home where Walter White lived. Milton Friedman, when he was a graduate student at Columbia, he and the lady he later married would go dancing at the Savoy Ballroom in Harlem. And he said, we had no fear of being mugged or accosted on the street or anything like that.
I've heard you say, Tom, when you were a boy growing up in Harlem yourself, your own neighborhood felt totally safe to you.
Not totally safe. I wouldn't exaggerate, but it's nothing resembling today. I mean, I did sleep on hot nights. I would sleep out on the fire escape. When I tell people in Harlem that today, they think I'm from another galaxy, you know. But that people slept in on the fire escapes in New York and in the public parks in the 30s, all over the city. Because it was not a jungle. There was a lady. One other example. There was a woman who was a black woman in Harlem who was an actress. She'd be around the theater district, and then after the play, they'd have their drinks and eat something or whatever. And she said at 1 o'clock in the morning, she would simply get on the subway and go on up to Harlem and walk home from there. Now, it so happens that the subway station she got off at was very near a grocery store where I was a delivery boy. And on Saturday nights, I would be working usually until around midnight. And when I would go home, I would go past that very same subway station she's talking about. I never had the slightest trouble.
So if the comparison between progress, simply the decency of life available to people, they weren't the families were intact, and schools worked, and the neighborhoods were more or less safe. People were able to lead decent lives. If the contrast between that world and the world we inhabit now is owing so directly to the liberal policies intended, so we're told, to help African Americans, why do African Americans support the more liberal of the two parties, the Democratic Party, at the rates of 90 and more %? Why is the first African American president so deeply committed to promoting and extending liberal policies? Why is his African American attorney general, again, so deeply committed to affirmative action and other? Why? This makes no sense.
I don't think we're going to be enough hours for you to answer all of those. But to take the political thing, one of the things I discovered in the research for my book I'm currently working on is that leaders of groups that are lagging in countries around the world almost invariably have counterproductive policies for them. And it makes perfect sense, because insofar as members of lagging groups assimilate into the values and achievements of the larger society, they don't need those leaders. You see this. You look at the history of the Czechs in the 19th century. People are worried that the Czechs are all learning to speak German. Well, at that time, if you wanted to become a professional person, scientist, anything like that, you had to use books that were written in German, simply because the German acquired a volume of literature centuries ahead of Czech. And yet they fought tooth and nail against that. If you look at in Sri Lanka, one of the arguments that was made there to the Buddhist leaders was that if we don't do something, the Tamil minority will assimilate members of the Sinhalese majority, and then there'll be no Buddhists or Sinhalese in another several generations. And so, I mean, there's no mystery to me as to why Jesse Jackson says what he does, or Al Sharpton and others, because that benefits them. But it does not benefit the people they lead. And all the incentives are for leaders to lead people into things that don't help the people, but help the leaders.
What you create there would be an exception for Dr. King, though, wouldn't there?
Yes, but
he was different because he was earliest, or what? Why? What's different about it?
It's like insurgent movements in general. When an insurgency starts off, by definition, it has an uphill battle. Now, and you can look at the history of Christianity, for heaven's sake. If you're going to be a Christian in the Roman Empire, before the first century, you had a lot of grief to go through. Now, but after Christianity becomes the official religion of the Roman Empire, this is a bonanza. And there's a lot to be done. And so now you will follow policies that are the opposite of what you advocated. You would see that with all kinds of other insurgent movements.
So let me tell y'all something. So for the last maybe 2-3 years, I studied the effects of welfare. And welfare affects your money. So I remember that I had an EBT card and I didn't need it, right? So I felt like I was getting over. So I was just jugging, but I didn't need the EBT card. So I was counting that money every month and I didn't earn it. And I didn't even hustle for it. It was just an EBT card that I was using. But it was messing up my hustle because it was taking me out of competition. And I'm from a welfare environment. And what welfare did was make you anti-money. It made you anti-earning because you were being rewarded and given things without doing anything. And what that does is it takes this spirit of competition away from you. Many of the things that we blame, say, some people blame slavery for something, or they'll blame Jim Crow for something. And you have a point with the things that you're saying. But when you take competition away from man and woman, first of all, you take their pride away from earning. You take the ability for them to build something for themselves, and you put them in a dependent situation. And that dependent situation that you put them in is very, very unnatural. Now, there are people that work check to check, but that person that works check to check and has more pride than that person on welfare. That person that is check to check is one ideal away from changing their life. That person that is check to check is just one ideal away from making something amazing happen. But the person that comes from a welfare background, you're not coming up with ideals. You don't even care about money. And it's a very, very bad spirit to have because you'll go destroy other people's hard work. You have no concept of building anything because you was raised in an environment where the government paid you for doing absolutely positively nothing. It reduced you to an adolescent. It stripped you away from being an adult. Now, everybody's not going to get rich, but there is nothing like an honest day's work in whatever you're doing. You should eat from the sweat of your brow. And I know when I accepted welfare, when I didn't even need it, it messed up my genius potential. Okay? Struggle builds character. When you earn, it gives you pride. And in terms of competition, when you rely on a welfare or a welfare minded and you think people are supposed to do something for you, you put yourself in a position to not compete with people that are from some really interesting parts of the world. Matter of fact, let me show you. Let me show you. Y'all good? All right. We're just going to walk it down. So I stumbled on a video of a gentleman that he went to Manila, which is in the Philippines. And I just want to play you 5 minutes of the video. And for real, I don't want to hear no one talk about poverty in America. Seriously. Because So I'm gonna play this video. I just want to play like 5 minutes of it. Because if you take welfare and that's your mindset and you feel like the government owes you something, what are you going to do when people like this come to America? Let's get into it.
Wow, this is overwhelming. Welcome to the daily struggle of the slums. Hello? Hello? Hey. Hello? How are you? Working hard. You just recycling this? Wow. How much do you get for one? Again? How much? 80 pesos for 1 kilo? It's not bad, huh? So, wow, amazing. I'm impressed. So, what else can you do here if you like accept? So you got that's one of your job options. What are the other options? What else can you do for job for work? Huh? Wait, so you send us to other place? Recycling, yeah. Plastic. Paper? No paper. Bottles? Yeah. Right. You living here? How long you live here? 13 years. Oh, wow. And you? 25 years. 25 years. Wow. Amazing. Have a look around. I'll come back talk to you. Okay, thank you. Hello. 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 We'll go this way a bit later. Wow. Unbelievable. Hello, Lucky. Hello. Hello. Everyone working. Wow. How that work? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Like 1 more minute. Just wanted to show you something real quick.
Hello. Hello. Where are you going, man? Just look around. Yeah. This way.
Hey, what's your name?
Yep. Hello. Hello, kitty. Let's go this way. Honey. Hello. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, we recycle plastics for work essentially. Hey. It's yeah, it's probably the poorest area.
Okay, now hold that thought. Now that's the Philippines. All right, that's the Philippines. All right. Now remember what you've seen, and remember that these are people from the Philippines. It's real over there. All right. Remember, Philippines. I'm gonna walk you through something real quick, because the American will say money don't matter. Money ain't everything. That's what the American will say. Interesting. Okay, cool. Let me walk you through something. Now remember, those people was from the Philippines. All right. Sometimes you need to see numbers so you know. Let me see. I showed this before, but I think I'm going to run through it again for the new year. Can we make this bigger? Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? This is median income in United States. Now remember, those people were from the Philippines. I wonder how they do when they come to America. And I wonder, do they say that money is the love of money is the root of evil? I wonder if people from these areas say foolish things like that. Okay. So this is median income in America. Now, the majority of the people that follow me are African American. Cool. What is the median income for African Americans in America? Okay. Population is 41 million. This is as of 2018. Black or African American, 41,617,764. Median household income, $41,000. Interesting. $41,000. Now, on this list, out of every group of people, the African American is the poorest based on median income. Now, I have to bring this up again. How does the poorest people have conversations and groups about if your femininity and your masculinity does not make your median income go up, then what the hell is the purpose of the conversation? Because by the numbers, African Americans are the poorest in the country. You look the best, but you're the poorest. So if you're the poorest, is the conversations you're having making you unpoor? And is it making money? Now, when I look at white Americans, that's a hell of a population difference. Oh, and then when I slide over here, so let's just say this is the real population, alone or in combination with other races. Okay. So Hispanic is 59 million. So Black African Americans are not even the number 2 minority group in the country. You have slid past Hispanic. But keep your mind on Filipino. Okay? This number is a problem, y'all. This $41,000, that's a problem. Because the question that I have to ask is, what is everybody doing? What is everybody doing? And it makes sense that the people that think that the love of money is the root of evil are the poorest. So it translates in your belief system. Okay. Now, I don't come to poke fun. I just come to get you on your shit. So real quick, let's slide down to Asian Americans, shall we? Now, remember, this is the African American number, $41,511. Median household income. Cool? All right. Now, these are Asian Americans, all of whom have a way lower population than African Americans by a lot. Okay, cool. Guys, see this? All right. You see Indian Americans? You see their median income? You see it says $123,000. Does white supremacy exist for these people or not? What are they doing differently? What's the difference? Because they're not even from here. So what's the difference? What is the difference? Behavior is the difference. Indian Americans, 123,000. Bangladeshi Americans, 55,000. Cambodian Americans, 67,000. Chinese Americans, including Taiwanese, 81,000. Chinese Americans, excluding Taiwanese, 80,000. Taiwanese Americans, 95,000. Oh, Filipino. Remember that video I just showed you? That was in Manila. Those people come to America and make more than us. Their population is only 2.9 million. Those people that don't even walk on paved roads, when they get the opportunity to come to America, look at their productivity. How does that make you feel? Do you care? And they're not talking about masculinity and femininity. They're not talking about submissiveness. You know what they're doing? Working their asses off. No disrespect, but I was in a clubhouse room today, and black women in there said, "Oh, we're not mules. You just want to work us to death." The Filipino woman is working to death. The Chinese woman is working to death. Y'all don't get that? Everybody else is working. What are y'all watching, Cinderella? Where do you think everybody's fucking chilling? Seriously. Asian women ain't on their back all day. They're working. You don't gotta like Ken. I don't care. Look at the numbers. Black man and woman, both of y'all are entitled. Both of y'all actually, in your mind, believe you deserve something. You are bugging. You don't believe nothing. Oh, but your history, what about it? It's not unique. Do you know an atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Do you know Attila the Hun killed 20,000 people? Have you seen Hutsi and Tutsi conflict? Humans do human shit. I'm sorry. You want to feel special, but you're not. You're just a human. And guess what? You're going to go in the box just like everybody else. And they're going to put you in the grave, and everybody's going to keep on going. I'm sorry. You don't deserve nothing. You only get what you earn in this life. See, the numbers tell a different story than all the flexing. I don't care if you don't like it. Look at the numbers. No one got time for that. Everybody is working. Miss? And you can't really tell me shit based on how you look, because look at this number. African Americans, 41,000. Look at everybody else, East Asians in America. I'm not trying to hear you tell me nothing. You want to give niggas welfare. Fuck out of here. Can't tell me nothing. Look at these numbers. Black Americans is fucked up. It's not playtime. And we're in a digital world now? Come on, man. Come on, man. Look at the numbers. You don't have to like me. Look at the numbers. Indian Americans, 123,000. They're not even from here. They're only coming over here to grind. They don't give a damn about no femininity, no masculinity. They don't give a damn about no submissiveness. Every time I walk into one of their businesses, the women and the children and the old people are working their asses off. 15, 16, 17, 18 hours a day. Argue with the numbers. And anybody telling niggas not to work is a straight up. Straight up. I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, damn, I need to go harder. We all do, because we getting our asses kicked. It's all about the money, yo. That's it. That's all it is. I don't give a damn Trump in office, Biden in office. These people about to come in office and give you social programs. They're not about to increase your bread. They're about to increase your welfare. I just played Thomas Sowell for you. What does welfare do to you? It breaks you in half, yo. These people about to come in and give you free stuff. And you're going to take it. And you think it's your come up. But these people right here are grinding, y'all. I just showed y'all the video of the Philippine of Manila. Look at the Filipino Americans. Those same individuals living in those conditions, if given the opportunity to come to America, look what they're doing. Hey, check this out. For the black people in the audience, yo, you ain't really got no time to go back and forth, black men, black women. Y'all either work together to get money or get the fuck out of each other's way. Straight like that. I don't give a damn about relationship dynamics. You either put your head together with her, bro, and get money with her. Sis, you put your money, mind, and resources together with him and get money, or leave each other alone. Who cares about sex and feelings and who cares? Work together to make money or get out of each other's way, man. Y'all talking stupid. Oh, the black woman is not submissive. What woman is? Oh, let me guess, bro. You really think women in Brazil is submissive and women in DR are submissive? You really think so? Sir, you're a trick. Of course they're submissive. You're coming down there as a gringo and they're clipping you for paper. Of course they're submissive, dummy. Stupid talk. Oh, women of other races. Who ain't gonna put on an act for some money? You ain't going to Brazil speaking Portuguese. You ain't going to DR speaking Spanish. So technically, there's a language barrier right there. These bitches don't love you, nigga. Dumb. They ain't making no plays with you, putting you on no bands. Who cares about sex, bro? Yeah, man, yeah, you gotta go to, who goes to Brazil for women? Who takes a trip for women? You really left your home country for box? That tells the mind frame of you niggas. Yeah, these women are so submissive. Bro, they're prostitutes. What are you talking about? Because guess what? If you can't make a woman be a part of your program in America, what make you think you could go somewhere and you don't even speak the language? She gonna do whatever she gotta do. You know why? Because she's 19 years old and she's responsible for 6 people. Tell that bullshit to another square. Dumb. Look at the numbers. Dumb. The average black man is making right around here, right here. You're not popping. That's not popping. Yeah, man, because you know, other races just want to be us. Who wants to be the poorest people in the world, sir? Explain that to me. Who the fuck really wants to stand in line and be the poorest person in the country? Sure, man. We'll wear clothes and dance and nig. You think that you think that's valuable? Looks, images, putting goggles on your head and turning your hat in backwards and getting 3 cuts in your eyebrows and spinning your pants backwards. You think that's value? Gotta listen better, love. I said other women ain't on their back. I respect working women. I respect women that get out here and get it. You know why? Because that's the way of the world. Ain't nobody laid up, but that is the mindset of people in America. Yeah, you're just trying to lay up and do nothing. The Asian woman ain't doing that. People watch too much TV. Oh, I want that. Who cares? Man, you think this number jumped that much from 2018, bro? It's 2021. What do you think this number is at? What you think it jumped to 70,000 in 3 years? Come on, man. You really think this changed that much? So, okay, I'll bring it to 45,000. How about that? So if you made more money than they did. Come on, fam. Nah. Come on, bro. You really think this number jumped up? But what I'm trying to get at is the topic of the conversation is money answers all things. And we need to be about our money. Because we not. We talk stupid. And I can't believe that the brokest people in America have a gender war with each other. Explain that to me. It's really YouTube channels aimed at against black women and aimed at black men. Y'all both poor. And you're losing. How does that make sense? Come on now. Black men, people will fuck you, but they ain't finna help you make no money. How about that? Yeah. You're good in bed. You're great in bed. Everybody give the Negro a hand clap for being the dick champ. My nigga, woo, you kill it, bro. You can hit the bottom. But when the money conversation comes, you're not allowed in. Where you want to be a part of? The sex conversation or the money talk? Let me tell you something, bro. When you're a part of the money talk, you could go buy a dick. There's no value in sex, man. We was educated wrong. We was lied to, man. We was educated wrong, man. That shit is not wavy. We losing. We losing. They don't give out penis awards. Penis niggas don't make the Forbes, man. Let's make the Forbes. Let's get out of our beastly nature. Come on now. Look at the numbers. Let me go through this. Indian Americans, 123,000. Bangladesh Americans is making more than African Americans. Cambodian Americans, 67,000. Chinese Americans, 81,000. Hold on. You mean to tell me every Asian group in the country is making more than niggas? This is embarrassing. Filipino, 82,000. I never even heard of this kind of American. Hmong. Let me see. Hmong are those that immigrated to the United States. Yo! Look at this. Hmong Americans are Americans of Hmong descent. Most Hmong Americans are those that immigrated to the United States as refugees in the 1970s and their descendants. Some refugees fled Laos due to their cooperation with the United States Central Intelligence Agency operatives. They say, I'm getting out of my country, but damn, Refugees is coming to America, making more money than us. Come on, man. I got to get my Joe Biden on. Hold on. Come on, man. I might get my Joe Biden on. Come on, man. I had to hit you with the Joe Biden out here. Come on, man. Refugees is coming to America, making money. They got here in the 70s. Look at their population. 305,000. Lord. Indonesian Americans, 74,000. Japanese Americans, 80,000. Korean Americans, 72,000. Laotian Americans, 65,000. Pakistanis, 77,000. Thai Americans, 65,000. Vietnamese Americans, 67,000. Hey, the only people we in competition with are Burmese Americans. Wow. Nepalese Americans, 57,000. There's only one group of Asians on this list that we're even close with, and that's Burmese Americans. How does money not answer all things? Yeah, this don't even got Arabs on here, I don't think. Let me see. Because this is kind of yikes. Okay, Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islanders. Polynesian, 61,000. Native Hawaiian, 60,000. Samoan, 64,000. Man. Micronesia. I never even heard of this in my life. Guamanian, 76,000. Hey, for real, what are these people doing? What are these people doing that we're not doing? Where are they getting money from? I think what they're doing is they have a different cultural belief. Come on. The solution is Ecclesiastes 10 and 19. A feast is made for laughter. Wine maketh you merry, but money answers all things. That's the solution. That's the solution. Nothing comes before the money. We in America, there is nothing more important than the money. This is not debatable. The Negro thinks other things are important than money. I know this because what do Negroes talk about on a daily? Games and play. See, other people come to America with a different mentality because where they're from, they didn't have welfare. They come from very rigid, harsh environments. And given the opportunity to participate in the free market, they go crazy. The solution is embrace capitalism. That's the solution. All that other conversation don't mean shit. Black people, if y'all gonna talk to each other, talk about money or don't talk. There's nothing else for you niggas to talk about right now. Don't talk about slavery. It's not doing nothing for you. Don't talk about Jim Crow. It's not doing nothing for you. I got proof. Here's my proof. I got proof that it's not doing nothing for you. The median income for a black household is $41,000. So clearly, up until 2018, whatever niggas was talking about, it was not doing anything. And guess what? The conversation has got worse since then. Now your conversation is, oh shit, black women got a PhD. You're going to die alone. What? the conversation is to poke at the women with PhDs and tell them they're going to die alone. Oh, you're average at best. Nobody's judged in the world off looks, man. People are judged by the value that they produce, man. The Negro in America's currency is tied to image. No one else cares about that shit. Calling somebody average. Okay, if the median income for Black Americans is $41,000, is niggas average then? Because everybody else got the most guap. Who's average and who's not? Y'all really talking about how people look? Y'all got some nerve. Like 1 out of every 10,000 of you niggas make 100 grand. I think that's an immature conversation to have, fam. Because you're getting your asses kicked by people that don't even have roots in America, man. Who's average? What? Niggas in America is below average. What ding-dongs judge women off how they look? That's sex, man. Sex. Y'all are talking about sexual attraction. Who's sexually attracted to who? Who cares? I'm starting to think that maybe the white man was correct, that the Negro has not evolved past his lower nature. You're not talking about science. You're not talking about math and chemistry and infrastructure and architecture and ballistic missiles and innovations in mechanics, thermodynamic engineering. None of that. Know what you're talking about? Yeah. You average. And it goes viral. Yo, this is crazy. I predict that the Negro in America doesn't have a 500-year history unless you start mating with other groups of people. That's it. You're done. You're out of here. You're out of here. You don't have a 500-year history. Impossible. How could you? Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers, man. You don't have a... Yo, this is crazy. Now, somebody said 2018. Well, look, in 2019, Indian Americans' income went up from 23,000. Oh, Lord. From 123,000 to 135,000. How much Filipinos was making in 2018? Hold on. Wait a second. 82,000? Hold on. Their income went up $7,000. Oh my God. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all. Look at the numbers. See it for yourself. And don't get it twisted. I am also guilty of Negro talking. I am guilty of being in chat rooms in groups where the conversation is not challenging me. I am guilty of being in groups and in spaces where real talk, they're just jive talking because it was entertaining. I am guilty of that. Not no more though. But I had my days. I didn't know any better. I didn't realize that competition was really like this. The Filipino money went up. Taiwanese money went up. Man, look at this. The South African American is over here busting ass. 90,000. And then you'll say, these people don't like black people. I wouldn't like you niggas neither. Why should other people like you, man? What do you put out that would make people from the Caribbean, people from Africa, and people from the rest of the world like you? First of all, you niggas want to be loved so bad. That's one. Two, look at your behavior. I don't like you. So why would somebody come to America and oh yeah, you niggas are cool? Why? Your public image is trash. And then nobody has time to sit with you and talk stupid. People's on the go. And them degrees that y'all mocking black women for, guess what? An Asian woman is going to go get that. You know how I know? Because they're at MIT, and they're at Stanford, and they're at Brown, and they're at Columbia. Boy, let me find some. Is anybody on this list broke? Let me see. Let me find some broke people. Because this is kind of crazy. Okay. Pennsylvania German American. They must be Amish or somebody. All right. Ecuadorian American, 48,000. All right. Yeah, where the broke people at? Because Mexican American, 38,000. That's 2014. I wonder how much that's changed. The only people really doing worse economically than the oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So Burmanian. All right. So let's just take these. I had to come all the way to the bottom of the list. Look at the African American. Look at the African American is mixed with a bunch of people that ain't from here. So the only people doing worse than the African American economically, listen to this, y'all. Pay attention. So when the next time you fix your lips to have conversations about femininity, masculinity. Oh, I want a masculine man. Baby girl, get you a man that's productive. I don't give a damn if he act like a moose. Yeah, these women ain't submissive. What do you want her to submit to, sir? You are poor. Submit to what? That's not about to bring no money in that house. Let me see. African American. So these people right here are the only people that are economically doing worse than African Americans. Ethiopian American, Mexican American, Puerto Rican American, Iraqi American, Dominican American, and Somali American. Now, how much do you want to bet in 10 more years the African American will slide to the very bottom of this list right here? I bet you my life. Why? I'm going to get into that in a sec, cultural values. But matter of fact, let me check the natives. Let me see what they do. All right. Okay. Make more, same, less. Now, let me tell y'all something in case you don't know, because I live right down the street from a few reservations. The people in America that are doing the absolute worst are Native Americans. Did y'all know that? Highest suicide, highest alcohol. Do you know they're not even citizens of America? Do y'all know that? The Constitution of the United States doesn't apply to them. Do y'all know that? They're their own group of people. They have to do for self, and their population is dwindling. You don't see a Native American Jay-Z. You don't see a Native American LeBron, do you? What about Native Americans on Capitol Hill? The Native Americans that want to do more for themselves, they leave the reservation. Because if you stay on that reservation, it's just like niggas getting welfare. If you never step foot on the reservation in Oklahoma, South Dakota, Arizona, you want to talk about trenches. They finna be extinct. The African American is about to be extinct. Boy, this is bad. All right. So I wanted to know, what is the difference between these groups of people and why these people come from communist countries and dictatorships? How come when they come to America, they can get it in and they can win? Why? Now, some of the system. What if it ain't the system, though? What if it's not the system? What if what we were looking at, those numbers, were based on cultural values? The Black American is taught to be the anti-man. The Black American is taught to go against his own country. I'm not an American. Well, these people want to be Americans. What is the Black American anti? Anti-family, anti-country, anti-capitalism, anti-infrastructure. But the one thing that the Black American is not is anti-looks. Black American look good. Woo, you look good. Haircut, you smell good. Booty is big. Chest is right. We are the masters of image. Masters of image, but anti everything else. Those are cultural values. You understand? I'm not necessarily blaming you. You wasn't born like that. You have taken on beliefs that is affecting the bottom line, which is money. The belief system that we're tapping into does not move us forward. You're having conversations of colorism, and I get it. My mom was a dark-skinned woman, and her skin, what happened to her had an effect on her. I understand. But the only color that matters in this country is three of them: green, gold, and silver. So you can go into chat rooms. You can argue your point about how hurt you are because you were made fun of because you were dark-skinned. What do you want in return? Do you want people to tell you sorry, or do you want some money? What do you want? After they tell you sorry and you vent about your experience, what do you want? What do you want? Ken Billions is going to tell you all the Negro complaining is fucking annoying. Oh, my color. Oh, my crackhead mom. Oh, my crackhead dad. And the rest of the world is like, so? Who hasn't suffered in life? Who hasn't lost a loved one? Who hasn't been bullied and made fun of? So, what do you want? I got a better idea. If you suffered because of colorism, go ahead and put the shit in a bag and sell it. Just like dope. Write the book and sell it. Sell your experiences. Package your trauma for retail and sell it. Make a t-shirt with your pain on the front. Write a song. Do some poetry. Do something with your trauma in the marketplace so you can get some money from it. Cry while you're making a deposit to the bank. Because what do you want for your pain? Reparations? Nigga, get it out the mud. You're suffering from cultural values. You are conditioned to be anti. You live in a capitalist country, but you're anti-capitalist, and you pocket watch, and you count other people's money. You tell other people what they should spend their money on, what they should do with a house. If a person works hard, they can do whatever the hell they want with their money. You come in and tell them what they should do with their paper? Huh? You got the nerve to police a hardworking black woman and a hardworking black man, telling them who they should and shouldn't marry, and they paid the cost to be the boss? You generation of vipers, you. You generation of vipers. You don't tell hardworking people what to do with their peen and what to do with their money. Just in case no one told you, no one owes you shit. You better get it from Catholic Charities. So you're anti-family, anti-capitalism, anti-infrastructure, but you're not anti-looks, though. It's all about looks. Looks. I mean, think about it. In the culture, we have something called roasting, and we roast how people look. But we don't roast how people behave. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. So the solution is to reverse the behavior that repels money away from you. Being anti-family is being anti-money because it is strength in numbers. Not everybody, but I know there's 2 or 3 competent people in your family you could work with. See what I'm saying? The book of Ecclesiastes was a book of satire. Yeah? All right, let me see. So money answers all things, right? All right, let me see. Let me go back to it. I want to see. Let me see. Let me show you something. Let me see if this is satire. I want to see if this is satire. Is this satire? Is this satire, fam? The Black American median income makes $41,000. Is that satire or is that real? Do I have to scroll down the list of all these people that make more than Black Americans? This ain't a game, yo. The Negro was the only one playing. You think it's a game? Satire? Let me tell you something. Jews use this book. Whether it's true or not, who cares if it's true? Does it work? Yes or no? And when I look at the history of Black Americans in this country, when they used the Bible, they had the most shit. You put the Bible down and picked up Egypt and look at your number, $41,000. Who cares if it's true? Does it work? I don't give a damn if something is true. The Avengers ain't true. Spider-Man ain't true. Batman ain't true. Wrestling ain't true. The Super Bowl is a production. The NBA is a production. But you niggas got cable. So now, shit gotta be true? Really? Who cares if it's true or not? Does it work? And when you look at the history of African Americans in this country, when you had the Bible in your hand, you had all the land, you had all the businesses, they even had to put in a political system in place, Jim Crow, to stop your production. You was not Egyptologists. You was Christians and Catholics and Catholics. You had two-parent households. You was buying homes. You put that shit down and picked up an ankh, and you're poor. Who cares if it's true, man? God damn, Offset ain't true. Haru ain't true. That shit ain't happened. These aren't real people. Set is not a real person. They're ideals. They're attributes and principles. That's how humans learn. Humans learn through storytelling. Who cares if it's true? Does it work? I don't need the Bible to be true. That motherfucker said, money answers all things, goddammit. I believe it. Because in my life, when I ain't got no money, I ain't got no motherfucking answers. Is it true? Satire. That's what's wrong with you niggas. You're too fucking deep. Niggas is hella deep, hella spiritual, chakras, and man, listen. Put the money in the bag first. Put the weed in the bag first, then get money. I don't want to hear about no goddamn chakras or none of that until the money start coming in. Then when we get our hierarchy of needs in order, then we can be space cadets. But until we got the money, I don't want to hear about no mystical shit. Cultural values is screwed up. You just bypass the money and go straight to deep. Why? Because you don't know how to compete. But it's in you to compete. All you have to do is narrow your focus, yo. Narrow your focus. That's it. Ain't nobody no different than you. People got 2 legs, 1 brain, 2 arms, an ass, a stomach, ribs, heart, eyes, tongue. Ain't nobody no aliens. If they could get money, you could get money. The thing is, your behavior and your attitude repels the money away. Change the behavior, and I promise you, you'll have the best financial year you had in your life. Change the books. Only read things that's going to get you increase. You still stuck on colonialism. Don't read no more books about colonizers unless you're going to go somewhere and colonize. Take heed to what I'm saying, because in the next 20, 30, 50 to 100 years, the white man will never be your oppressor again. Your children are going to beg immigrants for a job. Mark my words. Your children are going to be locked out of the workforce in America because of immigrants and because of automation. And that's how you get a permanent underclass, what Claude Anderson was talking about. Under automation and immigrants. Where's your baby going to get food from? Nobody's playing with you niggas. Those are the 2 threats in your life. immigration, and automation. They got you thinking of 1619. Man, do you know we got self-driving cars out here? Do you know Elon Musk is shooting up rockets and landing the rocket in the same spot? 1619? Man, get the fuck out of here. You won't catch me having none of that talk. None of it. Black women, don't listen to none of these bozos tell you to pick a man over a degree. A degree can make you travel the world. A degree will open up doors for you. If you cute, the only thing a man gonna do is get you pregnant and sit your ass down. Man degree. If I put the shit on the scale, goddamn it. The world needs people with skills. The world needs people with intelligence. You're gonna die alone. Who knows who's gonna die alone or not? We all die alone. Nobody knows who's gonna die. You really listening to this shit? Now Negro domices are like, you're gonna die alone. Really? Who the hell knows what your life is gonna look like 50 years from now? You know you can live to be 90-something years old, 100 years old. And let me tell you something. When you live a full life, nobody dies alone. Marriage is not the only goddamn thing that you can do. It's called companionship and fellowship and networking. And when you have a good rapport with people and you are in good standing, that's why you got to come to Coin Gang and get this game. Because I'm for the game. I don't give a damn about personality or none of that shit. You ain't never got to listen to me ever again. Just remember the last thing I told you is go get your shit. Go get your stuff, man. Male, female, I don't give a damn. And catch up with your kind and catch up with people that rock with you, that's down with your campaign and that put their head together with yours and that is down and committed to helping you get a win. That's it. Listening to these Negroes talk. Pisces conversations in an Aquarius world. Make it make sense. We just had 3 planets align with each other. And you listening to these handkerchief heads. Go out and get yours. And if you die alone, who gives a fuck? Live great. We all die. Some of you niggas might die in the car, die on the floor, die in the hospital. Some of you niggas gonna croak next week. We all die. How do you live, though? How do you live? Who cares? How do you live? What does your living look like? Who do you know? Who can you call a favor? No binary thinking. The only thing I can't believe people are having marriage conversations. That shit is fucking easy. Hey, I like you, you like me, let's do it. No biggie. Hey, I don't want to be with you no more. You don't want to be with me no more? Okay, cool. Deuces. Let me talk about grace and favor real quick, because this is important. But before I do that, because I'm gassing, right? And I'm a pitch. I need 5 people. I'm going to call you top shelf earners. 5. And don't cheat me. I need 5 people to go ahead and put a dub in the Cash App. The Cash App is not a donation. It's payment for gain. Or you can buy dealings over feelings. I'm in sales. I got shit for sale. Buy something. Or you could just put the twomp, put the dub in the Cash App. 5. I'll call you the top shelf earners. I appreciate you in advance. And you're not doing me a favor. You're paying for gain. Fair exchange, no robbery. You feel me? Same. Grace and favor is a covering on your life. When you have grace and favor, the whole entire world could be falling apart. But for you, the world looks different. And what happens is because you're trained to have a collectivist ideal, you push your grace and favor over to people that don't deserve you and haven't earned you. You give up your it factor in exchange for a narrative that is stitched together with poverty. Think about your life. Think about who you've always been. You've always had opportunities. You've always had plugs. You've always had a window to increase. You've always been in a position to do more, but you have survivor's guilt because you were trained about the community. Your brothers, your sisters, man, fuck them niggas. I said it. If that was your real brother, when you said you climbing that mountain, they would go. If that was your real sister, when you said you was changing your life, she said she would have did it too. Not watch you do the hard work. If that was your real family, their hands would have been dirty the same time as you. When you were improving, when you were doing more, when you were studying, what were they doing? When you were dreaming and you were reaching and you were becoming, what were they doing? That ain't your brother. That ain't your sister. And their skin don't make you family. Question. Are you related to this black journal? Huh? Because its skin is like yours? Is this your brother? Or what about your sister? This is your family? All right then. So everybody running around with brown skin ain't your kind. Your kind is the people that got their hands in the dirt with you. Your kind is the people that are thinking on the same frequency as you, that are looking at the world eye level. Your kind is the people doing the hard work. Your kind is the people that are going through adversity, trials and tribulations just to get to zero so you can be more. That's your kind. Everybody with skin like this, that ain't your kind. They lied to you. They robbed you of your grace and favor. And every time you associate with these scumbags, you're always worse. They've been taken from you forever. And your survivor's guilt, well, I just want to help. Man, you better help yourself. You better help yourself. Self-preservation is the first law of nature, not community preservation. And that ain't a community, because inside the word community is unity. And the only time y'all ever united is when y'all crying and when y'all hurt. But when you climb that mountain and when you do more and when you create a vision board, how come? Matter of fact, let me put it in a language you understand. Why come? Ain't nobody around. Don't give up your grace and favor. That's your covering. That's your protection. You seen the book of Eli? Keep your eye on the prize, man. A lot of this shit ain't your business. People storm the Capitol, that ain't your business. Free speech getting banned, that's your business. Focus on the things that matter to you so you can keep your grace and favor. Because the thing about grace and favor, when it leaves you, it goes to someone else. And then you got to get to the back of the line. And I don't want that for you. You got to have audacity and you got to have confidence to stand on your own too and turn your back on the world. Make the world earn you. They don't deserve you. Straight up. Survivor's guilt is keeping you equally yoked with the garbage. Show y'all something. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't always know God. I was looking for God and couldn't find him. I was looking under the sofa. I went on journeys looking for God. Got books. I admit I was an atheist. I didn't believe in the one true God. I was anti-God. Everything that I was doing was repelling God away. I did not know what God was here. And I always needed it. And when I needed it, it was never around. Why? Because I didn't believe in it. The one true God, generator, operator, destroyer. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm on Earth. I can't tell you about no damn afterlife, but I know here, this is God. Generator, it makes things happen. Operator, it makes shit move. Destroys, I could get rid of anybody with enough of this shit. This is God. You don't have to believe in it. But I guarantee that this will answer my prayer more than you get meditating and talking to some shit in the clouds. While you're talking and praying, I'll get you clipped, moved, everything. I didn't say it was fair. Maybe it changes in the future. Maybe it don't. Maybe people go back to nature. I don't know. I'm talking about right now. This thing, this is the one true God on this planet. If you don't have it, you ain't shit. You might be the coolest chick ever. But if you don't get you no money, baby girl, you have no clue what this world looks like. Bro, you might be funny. You might got charisma. It's only so far that dick gonna get you, bro. It's only so far that pipe is gonna get you. Now you keep piping, you're gonna get some babies, nigga. And they need this right here. Now, bro, if you got good pipe, intelligence, and money, my nigga, you undefeated. But don't be running around with fire pipe and you ain't got no dub. Put the dub on top of the pipe. Intelligence, money, pipe. If you got all three of them, my nigga, the whole world will open up to you, bro. I promise you, can't nobody stop you. If you really want to be God on this planet, my nigga, with your intelligence, get you some money to go with that pipe. But you can't be a poor righteous teacher, though. There ain't no poor man with all the value, but you ain't got all the chicken. It don't go like that. This is God on this planet. You ain't got to like me. You can deny it all you want. But I'm going to give me some money. And I'm going to be like Martin. Watch my dust, nigga. I said watch my dust. Ecclesiastes 10:19 says, a feast is made for laughter, but wine maketh you merry. And money answers all things. Now, everybody ain't going to be rich, for sure. Everybody not going to get 10 million, but you could get one. Everybody not going to get 1 million, but you could get 500,000. Everybody not going to get 500,000, but you could get yourself 150,000. And everybody ain't going to get 150,000. You could get 90. You can scale as far as you want. That's just based on your imagination. But first things first, you got to get serious and you got to stop letting people play with your attention. I don't give a damn about no femininity. I care about money. I don't care about man. I don't know if I'm a masculine nigga. How to talk to somebody to get them to buy what I'm selling. Period. Those are the skills that I need, that I want to know. I need to read Think and Grow Rich. I need to read The Alchemist. I need to read 48 Laws of Power, 33 Strategies of War, The Art of Seduction. I need to read The Art of Analyzing People. Jordan Belfort's book on tonality. You hear me go from yo to grace and favor? That's called tonality. Now, while you niggas is talking about masculinity, I'm learning the skills that could change my life. Ecclesiastes 10:19, man. The feast is made for laughter. Wine maketh you merry. But money answers all things. All right, so I'm right around the 2-hour mark, right where I want to be. Look, y'all, I'm going to end it with make sure you get that dealings over feelings. All right? Make sure you get that dealings over feelings, because that dealings over feelings is going to change your mind frame. That dealings over feelings is going to help you get to the next level, because it's a great way to see the world. Also, if you're on my page, add yourself to the Dealings Over Feelings group. I'll be going live from the group Sunday. And in closing, I need 2 people. I'm going to call you triple M's, motivated money makers. I need 2 people to drop the 50. Now, don't tell me you don't got it, because you got that stimulus, and I seen mad niggas at the mall. Yeah, 2 people. Go ahead and put the half a hundo in there. You know what I'm saying? Now get in the habit of doing what I'm doing. Get in the habit of having audacity about the money. Yo, do you know, let me tell y'all this. Do you know people say, do you know people have made fun of me for campaigning for money? Do you know that people use all you care about is money as an insult? Imagine that. Imagine that. If that's the worst thing about you, you're a pretty good guy. You're a pretty good woman. If the worst thing people could say about you is all you care about is money, look, man, I'll take that insult. Right? So yeah, 2 people, motivated money makers. Go ahead and put the 50 in there and cop that Dealings Over Feelings. I suggest everybody keep themselves a real fire notebook. This is what I keep my notes in. I could be at the red light. I could be out eating, and I'll have an ideal for a show topic, and then I write it here. Also, I'm just going to tell you my tricks. Well, what I have going on. So I'm really focused on branding and marketing. So I'm reading books twice, and I am going back taking notes. I showed people this before. This book is called Fanocracy: Turning Fans into Customers. So for any content creators, I suggest this. Right? I showed you this book before too. And this is called Brand Seduction by Daryl Weber. This is the neuroscience of marketing and creating a memorable brand. So all my books are the same, right? This was a gift to me, right? So this is called Rework, Still Entrepreneurship. This was a gift, all right? Then I have this one. So these are all the books that I'm reading. Hook Point, How to Stand Out in a 3-Second World. So while you're talking about femininity and masculinity and all this other silly shit, other people are reading things on how to turn a no into a yes. Other people are reading things on how to scale. All right. So those are what I'm reading right now. So my goal is over 50 books a year. Around this year, I'm going to get to close to 100. All right. So that's what I'll be on. And I'm just sharing with you so you could be on it too or not. Do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Do your own thing. So yeah. My name is Ken Billions. This is Coin Gang Ministries. Salute.